What's good, y'all? It's Naazir. In today's video, we are going to be going over my monthly sneaker pickup list. Now, I would have started with the clothes first, but this month I'm going to do it a bit differently because as far as last month goes, if y'all thought the July back to school was crazy, we snapped this month. And I kid you not, when I say we snapped, we have all types of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into different categories. So I believe we have some Jordans, we have some Nikes, well, quite a few pairs of Nikes, same with Adidas, and then we have a bit of, the unanimous. So that should be our list. I'm pretty sure once you start watching this, you'll get the order of how it's going to go. Without further ado, let's get to the very first shoe. Alright, so y'all know I have to start off with a banger. And we're going to start with the $6 Crocs that were featured in one of my recent vlogs where I did go to the Thrift. Now, these were crazy just because they were, of course, $6. But they actually weren't in really bad shape at all. So that's really it for the first one. You can't really go wrong with Crocs or anything like that. So let's start getting into the real shoes. Now, I'm going to start it off with another banger. And here we actually have the Father's Day Air Jordan 1 Mid. Now, these came out in, I believe, let me check the tag again, 2008. And I know that this is one of the few colorways that were released in the pack. And I actually picked these up from Ragorama for $20. Now, for $20 for Air Jordan 1 Mid right now is pretty crazy, but if anyone knows me, they know at this point I love Ragorama. So I'm always bringing stuff in to sell that I could use to get crazier things that they usually have in from time to time. And this is one of them. So this is a really solid pickup. I'm actually glad I picked these up and they weren't in that bad shape. So I can't wait to actually wear these. And let's get to the next shoe. Alright, so for the next shoe, we actually have a very unique category, which is the New Balances that I did pick up. And these are actually the New Balance and J. Crew 998. Now, I believe the name of this colorway is the Midnight Moon. And I was actually pretty hyped to pick these up because if anyone knows, J. Crew collabs are usually the highest quality. So I picked these up for $45 about, I want to say, yesterday. Actually, at the time that I'm recording this. So that's why you see the shoe trees are still inside them, because I did have to do a suede repair and stuff like that. And that's really it on these. Super dope. Can't go wrong with some New Balances. And let's get into the next ones. Now, the next pair I do have up is a really crazy pair of shoes. Now, a lot of people don't really know about these, but these are the Gosha and Adidas Copa. And it's actually just not really a regular Copa with boost. It's actually supposed to be a soccer cleat. Now, when I initially saw these at Ragorama, I thought they were maybe like one of those all-terrain running shoes or something like that. But when I found out this was a soccer cleat, it just made it so much cooler. And what's funny is that it's a sock-like material because it's prime knit and it has boost, but it actually feels like a regular shoe. Like, you would think this drastic bottom would feel super crazy and stuff like that, but it really wasn't that crazy at all. And for 26 bucks when I picked these up because I had some store credit at the time, I'm actually not too mad that I picked these up. Now, one thing I would say, if you are going to look for a pair of these though, or the specific shoe exactly, I would say make sure the pair, if you pick them up used, is a bit worn, like maybe worn them once, because these did take like 2 or 3 days to even break in. So they were super uncomfortable at first, but now they literally feel like I'm just wearing socks or slides. And let's get into the next shoe. Now, the next pair of shoes that I did end up picking up were these Pharrell and Adidas Stan Smiths from the polka dot pack. And I can just say that I have been looking for these. I actually do have the white polka dot pair, which I thrifted a few months ago for $6. And ever since I found those, I've been trying to complete the pack. The only pair I need now is the yellow. Now, I did pick these up from Ragorama for 10 bucks. They were originally $40, so for me to pick them up for 10, just because that store credit hits different, was just amazing. And that was really it on these. High quality, really amazing, with the Pharrell on the back. And yeah, that's really it on these. So let's get into the very next shoe. Now, the next item that I do have up, I can actually say is my first retail sneaker store purchase in the last, I want to say, almost year. And that is the Adidas Superstar Super Stan. Now, the reason this colorway is named the Adidas Superstar Super Stan is because it is a mixture, actually, of two of Adidas' most iconic silhouettes. And that is actually the Adidas shell toe, which you see right here, and then it also has the hints of the Adidas Stan Smith, which are actually just majority white with the hits of the green. So I actually picked these up for 30 bucks. Earlier this year they were going for around 100 retail, but I just went into a mall with my friends the other day and I saw these and I had to pick them up. It's a super crisp shoe. I might be doing a review on here, maybe not. Just comment below if you actually like to see that. And yeah, haven't worn them yet. Super dope. Can't go wrong with a shell toe though. So let's get into the next category. Alright, and the next shoe is a shoe that I know is out there one time from my archive and GRAILED boys, and that is the CDG. The CDG and Converse Chuck 70. Now, I was actually able to pick these up for $40. I was actually leaving the Ragorama. This is a quick story time. I was actually leaving the Ragorama with the Pharrells and a pair of Yeezy slides, which I sold for $75 at the time. So this is like the thing. And I was talking to the guy, and one of his friends pulled up, and he had these in there. Now, the guy wanted to pick them up for himself, but he didn't want to put in the work to clean the shoes. And trust me, bro, before I even got my hands on these joints were looking like they'd gone through a couple rave parties. I'm not even gonna hold you. And I was actually able to get them back into an extremely nice and, like, you know, tolerable early 20 Rager look. Now, the only crazy thing is that this joint is mad dented in, and I do not know how bro did that. But I was actually able to pick these up for 40 bucks, which is mind-boggling because these are still going for $150 on certain sites if you look. So that was not a bad deal to me, and I definitely am happy that I grabbed these, because now I can go out there and wear my little CDGs and everyone's just going to be like, oh, I like those Converses with the hearts. And then I can react like the memes and be all triggered and stuff for no reason. So I thought that was pretty funny, and now let's get into the Nikes, but we just covered Nikes, but you already know. Now, the next shoe I have up is very sentimental, I want to say, but it's also a flex in a way as well. And that is actually the Nike Kobe 10 in the Wolf Gray, or as many don't know, the OG Beethoven colorway. Now, I actually did find these about 2 days ago at the local Ragorama, where I'll be getting majority of these shoes from, for 40 bucks. And when I saw these in there, my brain was like, bro, please let these fit. Because these are actually a size 12. And when I went to go put these on, it was like Kobe Bryant was literally in my ear like, bro, you have to cop those. And I was like, okay, bet, for Kobe. And I actually picked these up, and I'm actually very happy I did. Now, if you can see, you will see that the shoes are actually two different knits on both shoes. And this is actually because these are supposed to be the original Beethoven colorway for this exact model. Now, for us sneakerheads out there, the HTM pack did end up coming out with a fly knit, and those are called the Beethoven. But the storyline on these is these were actually going to be Kobe's initial Beethoven colorway. He decided to call those the Beethoven just because they were more of a predominantly white, and, you know, it was fly knit as well. So that was hot at this time because this is 2015. So I just thought it was super dope, and to pick these up for $40, I will never let these go, because Kobe was like a hero to a lot of us, and he's one of the biggest influences that we will probably ever have in basketball. So this was super dope and that was super meaningful to me. And let's get into the very next pair of shoes. Now the next shoe I have up is one of the shoes that I consider the DMV starter pack. And that is actually the original all black with the white Vans Old Schools. Now, the only reason I actually have these in my collection is because I thrifted them and they were $6. Because if it wasn't for me spending that $6 on these, I would not have these, to be honest with you. Because for a while, I was just like, bro, these are the shoes that you get with the Thrasher hoodie and you gotta have like a Starbucks pink drink and like you set. But since I actually got these, I actually do like how they look. I see why a lot of people get just the regular black and white Old School, because it's one of those shoes that you can style with so many different fits and it just looks good with everything. So now I understand it, and my bad if you got like a trigger warning by that, by the way. But yeah, let's get into the next shoes. Okay, so we are down to the last two pairs of shoes that I picked up in the last month. Now, these are the shoes that you pull up when you want to go out and you want to flex a little bit. And that is actually these pink suede. The pink suede Chelsea boots. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably watch Frugal Aesthetic. So, yeah, I guess I would be a Chelsea boot boy now. But I've always wanted a pair of Chelsea boots, and these were actually not priced that bad. So I scooped. And honestly, the suede on them and stuff like that is pretty good too. The only thing I might have to do is fill these shoes because they are starting to crease a bit. But other than that, I really like these. And if you catch me wearing these with a pearl necklace, just know it's a wrap. So let's get into the final shoe, which is probably the banger of this whole entire sneaker pickup list. Now for the last shoe on this list, I was out last week in the thrift, you know, on some casual vibes, you know, you flicking through the racks and stuff. But then you see the cart come out, and the cart's full of shoes. Now for the thrifters that are also huge shoe sneakerheads, when you see that cart and there are other people looking around the store, it's like life and death, bro. If you don't get to the cart fast enough and there's actually some heat in there, it's like you just lost like mad bread that could have been saved in your pocket. So when I was in there, I looked through the cart and then these popped up. And the first thing that popped up into my head was the Lil Uzi Vert with the Balenci, because these are the Balenciaga authentic, all real arena high tops. Now, what was crazy wasn't the fact that I found this shoe, it was the fact at the price that they had it at. And they actually had this shoe priced at $10. Now, for those of you who don't know, Balenciagas cost around like $300-400. So what I am assuming, since I did check and do that this is authentic, is actually originally a gray and black arena high top, but whoever the previous owner was, clearly by the laces and the whole splatter and stuff, actually customized the shoe, which also gives it a super unique effect to me. That's what drew it to me first, was like the splatter effect and stuff like that. Because if it was just regular gray and black, I would have not have picked these up, I'll be honest. So I did pick them up, and I went to a local store just to make sure they were authentic and stuff like that. And then I did also check GRAILED and stuff to, you know, put the codes in and make sure that they were legit. And they actually checked out. And I was originally going to sell this, but I don't really have a lot of designer shoes just because I don't really like paying the designer price point. So that was kind of my thing. So to pick these up for $10 was not bad to me at all. And I will probably be doing a future video as well, so stay tuned for that, on designer shoes and if they are worth it. But yeah, that's the final shoe for this whole pickup list. This shoe probably cost as much as 3/4 of the shoes that I picked up in the last month, which is crazy. But with that being said, I'm gonna put this down right quick. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy my wild, crazy sneaker addiction that I have and the shoes that I've picked up with the variety in the last month. So let me know down below, what was your favorite shoe of this whole little, pickup haul? Did you like some of the New Balances? Maybe the Nikes? Maybe even, the little Balenciaga boys I got right here. So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned, because this is only part 1. Part 2 is still right behind me. But we're going to get to that next week. But with that being said, it's Naazir, Naazir TV. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.